Hello there, Trent. MegaMogwai here, and I got another Legends of Runeterra video for you guys today. And today we're going to embrace masochism and showcase Vladimir in a highly competitive deck. Yes, you heard me right, a competitive, top-tier Vladimir deck. And I am not bullshitting you. Ladies and gentlemen, I present you Hit Me, which is a Freljord Noxus. As you can see, we're going fully even on both regions. Mid-range Vladimir deck list that is built around self-harm synergy. This is, honestly, when it comes to decks that I'm excited for sharing with you guys, it's Heimer Control tier. Like, this is, I haven't felt this hyped about a deck ever since Heimerdinger Control. So I'm going to be streaming this deck, by the way, on Saturday all day, because I still want to further optimize it, if it does need to be optimized at all, since I do feel like this deck is very sound, and I think you're going to enjoy the games that I got for you today, as I did do a live recording session this time around. So, Vladimir, mid-range, what is this deck? Why is it actually viable? Because I'm pretty sure a lot of you who, watch streams and have potentially tried out yourself have reached the conclusion that Vladimir is tier 2, tier 3, tier 2 at best. Not really strong enough to compete with the top tier decks, and I'm here to prove otherwise, as I have designed a variant of Vladimir that is heavily supported by Trifarian Assessor. This is the key card that actually makes this deck very much viable. Trifarian Assessor and the likes of Might as our surprise finisher. So we have a bunch of self-harm synergies in this build. We run an early curve comprised of units such as the Unscarred Reaver, Crimson Aristocrat, Crimson Disciple. We have Trifarian Hopeful, which I'll explain in a bit. Braum as a 2 of, not as a 3 of, as a 2 of, because we want to emphasize more on Scarthane Stefan, which is our prime 3-drop, especially because of the Trifarian Assessor, right? The idea with this deck, my initial take on Vladimir, I was toying around with the Demacia variant with toughness, or tough creatures, and also the armor to give tough to creatures as well, to basically have a bit of an aggro focused deck to finish them off with Vladimir's effect. But ultimately it just felt like a worse version of Demacia Ionia midrange, because we don't have Deny, right? So I moved to the more obvious region combination with Vladimir, which is Freljord and Noxus, right? And the first thing I realized with most variants that I saw out there, and with my own initial take on the deck, is that we just ran out of gas really fast. That was the big issue. We had a lot of very highly synergistic cards and a lot of really strong combos, but we needed to draw our cards, and it was draw dependent, and also, like I said, we ran out of steam. When we faced stuff like Shadow Isles and they went for like multiple Glimpse Beyonds, we just got drowned in card advantage, and there's not really much we could do. A lot of times we had a nice board setup, but we were missing some key cards. And it was frustrating, because I was like, okay, I can't find a way to actually make up for this loss of card advantage that eventually happens to us here. And then I looked at this 4-drop right here. This Trifarian Assessor is a card that has flown under the radar, but I expect we'll see a surge in play in the upcoming few days. I would say weeks, but I would say days. I think people are already catching up to this card, not only because of the stream in which I showcased it, but other players are also realizing it, right? Card draw is very important in Runeterra, and you can actually build some efficient mid-range Freljord or Noxus-based builds in which Trifarian Assessor nets you tremendous card advantage. So what do we have here to support Trifarian Assessor? Why does he fit this deck? Well, the likes of Unscarred Reaver and Scarthane Stefan reach 5 attack really easily. Scarthane Stefan only needs to be hit once, and he's already at 5 attack. And Unscarred Reaver, if we hit her with Crimson Aristocrat, also reaches 5 attack. We can also get those stats through the likes of Transfusions, through a temporary buff, and we have 3 copies of Trifarian Hopeful, which we can get to 5 attack very easily due to our high prevalence of Noxus cards in this deck. Trifarian Hopeful will get +2 attack if you have another Noxus ally on the board, which makes it so that it is actually relatively simple for us to reach, or to have 2 or more 5 attack creatures on the board, which means Trifarian Assessor is a 4/3/4 that draws us 2 cards, sometimes potentially even 3. Which is tremendous value, because a 4/4/3 stat line is a little bit below average, but not that bad at all. It's got good stats to trade with creatures and can really punish 2-drops and 1-drops easily, as on top of that, it's refueling our hands with not only, our self-damaging cards, but also the frostbite cards, which are even better in the current state of sorry, I was talking in MTG terms, in the current metagame right now. Why is frostbite so good right now? Because control has died down a little bit. There's a big surge of Shadow Isle, Ionia decks, or Noxus decks. Noxus if they want to be more aggressive with spiders, Ionia if they're more mid-range. Both of them tend to run Hecarim, Elise, all these things, and they're highly creature-based sorts of decks. On the other hand, you have Demacia Ionia builds with elusives. Some focus more on Fiora, some focus on Lucian and Zed. It depends, right? But all of them love running the Dawn Speakers and a bunch of elusive cards to basically go under you and kill you with an overwhelming board state that doesn't really care about you blocking them. These archetypes, which are rising and considered to be the top tier decks right now by many, are, like I said, creature-based, and that makes them really vulnerable to frostbite effects because these decks also really love Deny. They like to play Ionia for Deny, and Frostbite gets under Deny at burst speed and enables us to either, against elusives, stall out their big boy elusive attacks to survive and then kill them ourselves as we retaliate, or get some really neat trades against the opponent versus, more Shadow Isles focused builds. And even Demacia as well, as we attack and they try to block into us. I'm even thinking about going triple Brittle Steel because Brittle Steel just feels fantastic, honestly. Super nice tempo card. For 1 mana, if we have the right target for it, it just does so much. But Flash Freeze is more vital because it's not limited by the health stat, and it's what keeps us alive against these big, beefy units, especially these elusive that's tried to one-shot us, right? So we have great defense through Flash Freeze. You guys see me not running Cunning Strike here. I'm actually a believer that Cunning Strike is ultimately a bad card. Even if you have Frostbite to support it, I think all the top tier decks right now with Shadow Isles and Demacia, they play around Cunning Strike really easily with either Mark of the Isles or, all the buffs that Demacia has. So I just don't like the card because I feel you have to pair it with a Frostbite to effectively get a kill. And I think it's just a bit of it's just diminishing returns in itself. And it's a very, very risky piece of removal that I'm just not confident with. So we're not even including it in this list. We're relying on Frostbites purely for defense. And the rest is offense, ladies and gentlemen. We have Take Heart, Bloodstone Pledge, which can enable us to buff up our health stat for our creatures that are taking damage. Braum as well benefits really well from these self-damaging tactics. And of course, we have Vladimir as our finisher. Vladimir is here mainly to finish off the opponents after we've gotten enough damage on them. In a point in which we don't care about our opponent having a full board with blockers, as we're able to deal 1 damage to their nexus for each and every single one of our attackers. Also, this does synergize well with our self-harming or our masochist for all your units, as I like to call them, in Stefan and the Reaver, and also triggers the Crimson Disciple, which a lot of times is also a great way for us to finish games, getting that last bit of damage that we need onto the opponent without even needing to attack. And that is the deck list right there. Like I said, Might is one of the most key cards in this build, as it enables us to get some surprise kills with either Stefan or Reaver, as they reach really high attack stats super quickly. And that +3 attack and Overwhelm can just lead to over 10 damage out of nowhere, even if they have a blocker for us. So that is basically the concept right here. I'm really happy with the Trifarian Hopefuls enabling Trifarian Assessor to draw us more consistently. And this deck has just been an absolute beast in ladder for me. Regardless of the matchup, I feel we can win anything. Even against control, which is we have to play around Ruination mainly, because we're not playing Ionia, we don't have Deny. So if we're facing a control deck or a deck we suspect they have Ruination, we have to try to not overcommit too much. But at the same time, cards like Trifarian Assessor enable us to refuel. And they are 4 drops that we can drop onto the board, even if we're worried about a board wipe, as they will refill our hand with options. So yeah, a bit of a long deck tech, but this is my baby. I'm very proud of it, and I really hope you guys enjoy the games that I got for you today. They're just top notch, man. And I'm a little bit over the top today, but I'm just very excited about this deck. So yeah, without further ado, stay tuned for this Saturday stream in which I will be playing this deck, and you can expect more of it on the channel soon. And that will be it. Have a solid day. Enjoy the games. Thank you for watching. Subscribe for more daily Legends of Runeterra content. And I'll see you guys tomorrow. Right, here we go. This is a deck you can definitely expect on the ladder. At least variants of it. Basically, Demacia and Ionia is getting really popular right now. So I love, actually, yeah, I think I love everything about this hand. We're off to a bit of a slow start, but in Runeterra, it's fine if you miss out on your first couple of plays, because you're obviously, you know, from a game mechanics perspective, you know, if you play Legends of Runeterra, you know that you're floating the spell mana, right? So I'm actually okay with this hand, despite the fact that we don't want to drop Crimson Aristocrat here, even though we do draw a 2-drop, which just changes our plans altogether. But I really like Braum with double Aristocrat backup in this matchup, because it can enable us to start finishing off their elusives, right, with our challenger. And having this Bloodthorn Pledge as well can increase our longevity in case our opponent tries to go for some, you know, tricks. I do think playing this 2-drop is worth it, though. We get to attack. Delicious. We don't float the 2 mana, but it's fine. We do intend on... Like, we can take some hits early on. I am worried about something like a buffed up Zed. Okay. A buffed up Zed plus a potential way to buff it would be a little bit scary, but now we get to play Braum. Let us get going. This is huge. This is actually huge, because next turn we can double Aristocrat here. Though I'm not sure I want to do that, actually. Not without like actual potential backup here.
You'll live, probably.
Braum can take it. Braum can take it all day, every day. I'm gonna be patient here. I'm not under pressure. So I think I can just double Aristocrat here.
Be grateful I even noticed.
Because what are they gonna do? Yeah. We're not gonna attack because he's probably waiting for us to attack first. And I don't want to attack into the Dawn Speakers and have him buff it and kill my Braum. If I attack, I want to have Bloodthorn Pledge backup. There's no reason for us to be that aggressive there. We can, however, afford a 2-drop here.
I like your style. I like your face.
Kinky. I'm 12. I'll gladly have those two. Yeah, like a 4-drop trade with these two that already got their value in. Yes, thank you. And I'm gonna float this mana. But whatever. I want to have as much mana as I can. I could just start like setting up here though. Like I like this. I mean, this Trifarian Hopeful doesn't do anything with this 2-drop on the board yet, so I think I may be better off with an attack. Do I attack directly here is the question. I have 9 mana, so I want to have this backup here. I like Stefan though. I like playing Stefan here.
Brothers born from battle.
Brothers born from battle. Brothers! But I don't feel like I want to play the Aristocrat here. Like, I want to make sure my Braum can live hits. I want to get rid of that Dawn Speaker. I want to make it awkward for my opponent. As, like I said, we're not being pressured initially, so we don't have to worry about, like, him, you know, committing to an attack with our challenger and then our opponent coming back at us with some powerful elusives play here. We've yet to see what he's actually buffed. He's buffed something potentially twice.
I love a taste of the action.
We could see a back-to-back here. But not even back-to-back is enough to kill Braum. So as long as I don't have to buff, I won't. It is, however...
Just another win.
I love Stefan's voice lines. He's so Eastern European. Just another winter.
It's just blood, darling.
I'm just pumping up Braum to insane levels here. Will of Ionia would literally make me cry. So let's just hope he doesn't have that. Except Will of Ionia, I'm not really fearing anything else. Like our Braum is so thick that we don't really fear many combat tricks. Like I guess maybe like double twin discipline. So if he does attack with Zed, all right, now we don't fear anything. Now we actually don't fear anything. I could play the Trifarian Hopeful here, but I think Babbling Burk is the play. As we get our boy Vladimir. Okay, I cry every time. 4-2. Yeah, I mean, if you think I'm gonna block those, I mean, I could, like, what is he getting? Like buffs on these? Am I legitimately worried about that? He's stuck with these two units here. I'm gonna take the hit from them.
Look what you. Oh, this hurts.
You're not supposed to enjoy it.
I like your style.
I like your face.
How am I supposed to keep a straight face with that? Let's keep it PG, Miguel. Ooh! Why not?
Few earn the right to call themselves Trifarian.
Look at that. Look at that card draw, baby. That's fantastic. I just want to kill off this, honestly. And I could attack with other stuff.
If they mattered, I'd let them live.
Like these two.
I'll show you how it's done.
I'm going to attack with this.
How did that move go?
I'll take it. I'll take it.
My sweet one. I misjudged.
Obviously, we want to level up Braum, but we're not in a hurry to do that. Like, not when we got all these Trifarian Assessors are just drawing us like crazy. Like, we're going to play another one, we can get to draw 2 more cards out of it. We could get even greedier, though. Like, why not? Why not just play the Trifarian Hopeful here, and then just draw 3 cards off of this? Yeah, there's no rush. Like, I can refuel.
Words move hearts and
That's a bit annoying. With the Trifarian Hopeful, we still get to float 3 mana, and then next turn we can draw 3 cards off of the Assessor.
Strength and grace.
Beauty in the blade. Alright, I wonder what he's going to be targeting here. That's a 7-4.
These are dark times.
Back-to-back Trifarian Assessors are awesome, though. We do have Transfusion as well, to keep Braum alive in case that's what he's aiming to do. Because, I mean, we still don't survive a Twin Disciplines, though. Alright, we do survive that. Let's play this.
Only the finest serve.
Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Do you guys see that value, though? That value. Do you guys? Are you seeing this? Are you fucking seeing this? That was insane. Like, I just got a frostbite off of that. I forgot I ran frostbites in this deck. No reason I do. They're amazing. Oh my lord. Okay, let's think about things here. How about... Man, I don't want to risk my... I'm going to play you.
Let's get a good look at you.
I don't care about this block here. First of all, I'm going to do this. Because this way I can take a hit from them. And I can block with you here. Because I do need some space. I can go with this. Ho 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 ho.
Look how we have grown.
We don't even need to use the frostbite there. We clear up the space and we're just gonna draw some more. Why not? Why the hell not?
Few earn the right to call themselves Trifarian.
Look at that shit. Look at that shit. Dude, I don't care. I don't give a single fuck. Like, have you seen my hand and my board? You are dead. It's over.
Show me your best. No berries all.
We're going face. And as soon as we create, like right now, the only thing that's truly limiting us is our board space. So as soon as he gives us some space, we just
Like my blade? Oh, please.
trying to get some favorable blocks on me, buddy. Oh, let's see what I have to say about that.
This will be a fine story.
How about now? By the way, I made no, I didn't make a mistake. There's the Poro.
Save my blade. The order.
I could have thrown lethal, but I don't know what he can react with, so I want to make sure that I keep my cards, because mana is limiting me. Oh boy, here we go.
I am Lord and Master.
Hello, my darling.
These are dangerous lands.
Oh, it don't matter, man. I got so many cards.
Great.
Oh my god, I love this deck. This deck is legit. This deck is so, oh my god, this deck is so legit. It's scary. It's scary how legit this deck is. Trifarian Assessor there. Holy shit, dude. What do you even have for me? Elusives. I don't give anything. I do not give anything. My Vladimir is gonna finish you. I don't care about your blockers anymore. I just need to stop this from connecting. That's literally all I need. Frostbite, you buff it, I frostbite it again. No life gain for you. You're going down. You're going down, buddy. It's over. It's over. Okay. Sure.
I demand satisfaction.
What you looking to kill here, buddy?
I will play
All right, that's fair. Sure thing.
Brothers born from battle.
Brothers born from battle.
Our allies did not fall in vain.
Oh, mega wrecked. Rush, rush, rush. I have a feeling this guy likes to, you know, attack and do so quickly. All right, another Demacia Ionia matchup. And a very promising start for us, honestly. Like, is there a reason not to keep it like this? Double transfusion may seem excessive, but it's actually not, right? We have turn 1 Reaver, and then the Aristocrat to buffer, and then we can just start using these transfusions to not only like buff them, but also potentially heal them as well. This can translate into a heavy amount of damage by turn 3 onwards.
Push back the darkness.
Push back the darkness. All right, we're gonna.
By all means, get in my way.
This is mercy.
We're gonna take the hit.
The Scar Maidens will know my name.
With that hit.
I am the blade in the darkness.
We're fine with this. We float our mana. We have some neat little tricks here. Ooh, even more.
your back, not... Wait.
He could have back-to-back here, so... What if he has back-to-back? What do we do here? If he has back-to-back, we definitely want to Brittle Steel you. Because we can't Brittle Steel after he goes for back-to-back. Recalling. That's fine.
In the War Mother's name.
We have to play around back-to-back there.
Sentinels of light don't fear the dark.
I've got these.
In a world full of monsters, I'm glad I have you.
That'll never change.
Not so fast.
Stand and fight.
If I hit this for 4, like, it'll die to Lucian. So if I hit you and I buff you, I still don't... No, I need to buff you. Which means I need to do this. Hit you here and hit you and buff you here so I survive that hit.
Ow! My first scar.
I'll bring them peace.
You'll bring them peace? Sure. Sure. Sure, buddy. Good job doing that. Good job bringing the peace. Well fucking done.
Strength and grace.
Beauty in the blade. We're gonna wait here.
They followed the wrong master. I have many faithfuls.
Ow! My first scar.
Only the worthy survive.
I lost.
Few earn the right to call themselves Trifarian.
An apt pupil.
You guys ready?
For the order.
Mom spaghetti. We're gonna do this. We're gonna play Trifarian Assessor, and we're gonna be aggressive now. We're gonna attack with everything.
I've proved myself to the War Mother.
Threatening lethal right here, which forces him to block.
Cut the breath from them.
If I pump you up to 9, we're going for the kill here. He's already played 1 Will of Ionia. Gotcha! That's why Might is so good at this deck. I went for that, like, it was a risky play, but because you already played 1 Will of Ionia, and most variants of that deck run 2 at most, I felt it was a pretty safe play to go for. In case you're wondering, Overwhelm does bypass Barrier, so Barrier does not stop that from happening. And you guys saw how good Might is in this deck. Like, that's one of the things I saw a lot of people like building these sorts of archetypes or attempting at it, and they didn't bring Might, which was crazy to me because you skyrocket the attacks of these creatures that, you know, like to get hit really fast, and you can get pretty sneaky kills that way. All right, round 2 against Rush. Salty run back. Let's see. I think I may be able to mulligan here and here and just keep these 2. I was gonna say for more diversity, but as you guys saw there, we just drew another one there. All right, take card is nice.
Flavor and spice.
Oh, I can't wait.
I don't mind trading this disciple with the hawk here.
Fight on an empty stomach.
Is that all?
Is that all? All right, so now what we're gonna do? What are we gonna do actually? I think dropping Scarthane, Stefan, makes the most sense.
Brothers born from battle.
Brothers born from battle.
Don't get in my way.
Cool story, bro. I can attack here. No, I shouldn't attack. You can block with this. Stefan can enable Trifarian Assessor as well. I love that brittle steel, though.
Sizzle.
I love it.
No one goes hungry.
I think I should hold on to it, though. I think I can just do this.
Stop this foolery. This will be a fine story.
And right now, I can just... what do I do here? I could take heart this. Because we're facing Demacia Ionia. They don't have like direct damage. They deal with things with like single combat and stuff like that. So we don't have to rush our buffing of Stefan. Let me think here. I think, I mean, Trifarian Assessor is nice, but we can always pump something else up. I think maybe going for Babbling Burk is good. No, just Floating Mana is nice. I'm going to play the Crimson Disciple.
Let me show you what I can do.
I think Floating Mana is more important. We're not in a huge rush to draw cards, but we do want to have that advantage, right?
It's just blood, darling.
We're gonna get some damage on him here.
I've got your back.
Right, that deters us from attacking this turn, which means we can just focus on doing this.
You'll live, probably.
Or I call that a turn. I like having these flash freezes here.
Line up.
As we get to draw 2 cards off of this, which is beautiful. Batter 'em!
Honor guide me.
Eat up, friend.
I like using this as a blocker.
Oh, please. I'd ask your name, but I don't care.
Ain't that beautiful, though. Ho ho ho! Oh my God! I mean, I know Vladimir is great and all, but let's just go for the attack, son. Oh, he's so dead. Oh, yeah. You think you're going to get away with that? Come on now. Who do you think I am? Oh, if I play you... Yeah, I'm going to play Vladimir now.
You must be Lord Vladimir.
And you must.
Because even if he has a rally, like a card to like get his combat phase here, we got the flash freezes. We're fine. Just murdering everyone, man. Vladimir just puts an end to this. Vladimir actually just puts an end to this. Like, when it's my he either kills me now or it's over. And with double flash freeze, I just don't think that's happening. But how about we go for that sexy kill, huh? Oh my Wamo Shindaru. Not even gonna give him the chance. Some hot kinky lethal, huh?
Try to understand. I matter. You don't.
Murdering everyone on this live recording session. Oh my God. Oh, oh baby. I'm sorry if I'm like very I just really like this deck. I really like this deck. Oh my God, I love this deck. Oh my God, I fucking love this shit. All right, so yeah, you guys might have seen like my rank. Like I've dropped quite a bit. It wasn't with this deck at all. I was playing with I was trying a variant of Ash. Today's video was supposed to be an Ashe Shadow Isles deck, but I literally lost like every game with it as I was playtesting it. So I decided to just record with this instead. The reason why I didn't want to record with this deck today is because I'm going to be streaming with this deck all day on Saturday, because I still want to continue to potentially optimize it, because I feel like this has tremendous potential, like an actual really like out of meta super competitive deck with Vladimir. So I want to make sure that it's fine-tuned before I share it. But, you know, the Ashe deck didn't really work out, so I'm like, you know what, let's just showcase this bad boy. You can expect this deck again on the channel very soon, and potentially an improved version of it, as I'm going to be streaming it. Like I said, if you want to see it live in action, then check out my stream tomorrow. It starts at around 1:30, 2 p.m. my time in Spain, and which is Central European time, I believe. And yeah, we will be playtesting with this and trying to make it better as we face all the meta decks. But you guys saw, you know, the nastiness that is Might in this deck, and just how strong it is and how great Vladimir is as a finisher. Like, a lot of times we get that huge damage, but I think the MVP, the secret MVP of this deck is Trifarian Assessor. I didn't really ever get to attack with Vladimir in this recording, but the first game, like, I actually, in the third game, I set up lethal with him, right? My opponents conceded before I could attack, but I technically did win with Vladimir, so he has earned the thumbnail spot, alright? And big shout outs to Assessor, though. Like, Trifarian Assessor is one of the things that really made this deck, you know, reach competitive level, at least in my eyes. I'm very happy I came up with this idea. And honestly, I'm very, very proud of this deck. I think this may be the first, like, I may have come up with, like, the first competitive Vladimir, and I'm going to pat myself in the back for that, because I know a lot of you were looking forward to this. And I can't help but feel excited when one of my, you know, creations ends up doing better than I expected. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Leave a like for Vladimir and daily Legends of Runeterra content. I appreciate all the support I've been getting recently, and I hope you guys are excited for more daily videos to come. Let me know in the comment section down below what champions you want me to build around for upcoming videos, as Tuesday is not that far away, and we're going to be crafting some new champions. Teemo is on my radar, in case you're wondering. And if you guys have any ideas for other cool champions to showcase, then let me know. And I will stop talking. Thank you for watching. Have a solid day. Hope you enjoyed the games. I'll see you tomorrow.